Hey, you guys, looks like I'm on air. I'm fiddling with my necklace because I don't want to blind you with it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so you know what? I think I'm just gonna have to take it off. Today I am talking about drugstore skincare again. That was the topic of my last video. It's the topic I've been talking about on my blog. So today, this video goes along with part 2 of my blog posts on the topic. And in that blog post, I talk about cleansers and toners. So in the intro to that blog post, I talked a lot about my history with skincare. You know, my own skin, which is, 43 years old. It's always been oily. I had cystic acne for many years, and then just adult acne until now. I mean, I still have it. So I've struggled with acne and oily skin my whole life. So keep that in mind as I talk about things that work for me. I'm also talking about things that have evidence to back them up. And that, I think, is really what is missing from YouTube. I'm sorry to all the YouTubers out there who this applies to, but it is time that we say, no, we're not going to keep putting stuff on our faces that not only doesn't work, but actually can damage our skin. We need to stop doing that. And we need to stop relying on each other just to say, oh, this smells nice, or this felt nice on my skin. We need to start looking at ingredients. I'm calling for a paradigm shift. I went looking for evidence-based skincare recommendations on the internet, and there's hardly anything. There's Paula's Choice. There is one other site. It's Cause DNA, I think. Two sites, you guys. 2 sites I found that provide evidence-based skincare recommendations, and that is not enough. We need to be paying attention to the ingredients in the products that we're putting on our skin. We just do. I didn't for most of my life, and the result is that I did a lot of damage to my skin. My skincare damaged my skin. My skincare made my acne worse. It made my acne scarring worse. It made my large pores worse. I am really kind of angry that for years and years and years I thought I had bad skin, when in reality I may just have had bad skincare. So I'm calling upon you, everybody watching me, and the YouTube community in general, to stop providing recommendations based on things like, oh, it smells good, or it feels good, or it was expensive and it has natural ingredients. It's all natural. We need to stop that. We need to pay attention to the ingredients. We need to know what those ingredients mean. We need to, educate ourselves. And if we're not willing to educate ourselves, we need to not give skincare advice, period. Okay? Just like I'm a health coach, I don't give advice on health if I haven't taken the time to educate myself, if I don't have evidence to back up my recommendations. I'm an evidence-based health coach. I will not make recommendations for which I do not have evidence, and which are based on my opinions. I just won't. It's not ethical, it's not responsible, and it's time to take that same approach to skincare, and it's not happening, and it is time, because I've got 2 teenage daughters, and they're where I was 30 years ago when I started, assaulting my skin with these harsh products full of alcohol and witch hazel and other things that would dry it out and just end up ultimately making the problem worse. They're at the age that I was, and I don't want them to have to struggle through the next 30 years that I've had, if I can help it at all. And the first most important thing I can do for them and for myself is educate myself on the ingredients in the skincare that I'm using. And that doesn't mean just look at them and say, oh, it's a chemical, it must be bad. I mean, know what that chemical is, what it does. Everything is a chemical. For instance, triglycerides you will find in skincare a lot. It's a chemical name for fatty acids, which occur naturally in our skin and which are usually frequently naturally derived in the skincare, but they have a chemical name because everything is chemicals. I'm a little worked up about this because I've been doing this research over the last, well, I really started researching for my blog posts like in the last month, but I have been paying attention to ingredients for the last few years and, you know, really buying evidence-based products for the last few years. I just really intensified my research over the last month, and I'm angry. I'm angry at how many products out there are just damaging. They make your skin worse, not better. So that's what this blog series, this video series is all about. I want to begin the dialogue, begin educating, begin calling upon you out there to educate yourselves, and or if you're not willing to take that time, or if it's too much for you, which is fine. Not everybody wants to, you know, spend hours investigating ingredients. It's totally fine if you don't want to do that. Totally fine. Just either don't give skincare advice if you're not willing to do the investigation, or say, hey, I haven't researched these ingredients. Take everything I say with a grain of salt because this is based purely on opinion and feeling. Just, you know, make that distinction. It's totally fine. But the skin is our largest organ. It is part of our health. We do want to take care of it to keep it healthy and not make it worse. And so many of these skincare products make your skin worse. All right. Kind of off my soapbox, but not really, because this whole series is me on my soapbox. So today I'm talking about cleansers and toners. I only have a few products, fortunately, because otherwise this video is going to be like an hour long. Cleansers. Cleansers stay on your skin for 30 seconds, a minute, which isn't long enough for anything in them to affect your skin. So don't waste your money on cleansers that, you know, say full of glycolic acid or, you know, antioxidants, that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter. It washes off. It doesn't stay on your skin long enough to do any good. So when you're looking for a cleanser, what you want is something that is going to clean your face. I mean, you want your skin to get clean. That is what you want from a cleanser. I can't think of anything else that somebody might want from a cleanser. So number one, you want it to clean your face. Number two, you don't want it to do damage to your face. So what I look for in a cleanser is something that will get off all my makeup. I don't use makeup remover prior to washing my face. So I want my cleanser to remove everything. Kind of difficult to remove. So I need a cleanser that's really going to clean. And I want it to do it in one wash. And I want it to be gentle. It's hard to find things that are gentle and powerful enough to get everything clean, but I found a few. No fragrances, because fragrances are really irritating, especially to the eyes. Again, they don't stay on your skin long enough to do any real damage, but they can really irritate your eyes. And if you have allergies, they can irritate your allergies. So no fragrances. No scrubbies. Everybody needs to stop scrubbing their skin because it does damage to your skin. I know you want to exfoliate. There are better ways to exfoliate, which I'm going to talk about in my next video. I'm going to talk about chemical exfoliators like glycolic acid, salicylic acid. They remove the dead surface cells, and they are much less invasive. They don't scratch and dig and, you know, tear your skin. They dissolve the top layer and slough it off, and that's better. That's what you want. The scrubs are damaging your skin and can allow, you know, germs to get in there, and I mean, they'll tear the surface of your skin, a little micro tear, and then germs can get in there, and you just stop scrubbing your skin. So no scrubbies. No fragrances, powerful enough to get my mascara off, gentle. So those are my requirements in a cleanser. If you read the blog post, you will see that my Holy Grail cleanser is from First Aid Beauty. It's their foaming cleanser, I think it's called. It's the best cleanser I've ever tried. It is so magnificent. However, it is not a drugstore product, and it costs $20. So this blog series is about drugstore products. So I have 4 here. 4 drugstore products that I think are almost or even as good as, well, none of them are as good. Nothing is as good as the First Aid Beauty, but these come really close. So I will go from, I'm missing one. What did I do with it? I thought I had all of them, but I don't. I'm missing one. So I will share with you the ones I have and then tell you about the ones that I don't. So the best one, and the one that always is in my bathroom, and that I always have backups of, is the Olay Foaming Face Wash. This is the one for sensitive skin. This gets all my makeup off. It's gentle. It leaves behind a very slight moisturizing film. So I think this one would be really good for dry skin. If you don't like that, then one of the others is probably more your speed. But I really like this one. That film has never bothered me. It does such a good job. It is awesome. So the Olay Foaming Face Wash, this is probably my second favorite after the First Aid Beauty. Highly recommend this one. I always talk about it. It's $5. And you can usually get it for less in bulk on Amazon, or buy one, get one free at CVS or whatever. Another one that I really like is a fairly recent arrival to the skincare scene. It is the Cetaphil Oil Control Foam Wash. This is really good. I wouldn't say this does much in the way of oil control, but it is really gentle, and it is powerful enough to get my makeup off. And yeah, it's not expensive. It's drugstore. It's a great, great product. I'm not a foam cleanser lover, you know, the pumps that make a foam into your hand. I don't really love those. So this probably would be my favorite if it were not a foam, because it's that good. I just like the Olay a little better because it's not a foam. And here's another foam, the Aveeno Ultra Calming Foaming Cleanser. I think this is Aveeno's only non-fragranced cleanser, but it's good. It gets everything off. It has no fragrances, no scrubbies. Great product, great for sensitive skin. I think it has, it has feverfew and chamomile. That's why it's calming, especially the chamomile extracts. Those are great. They're not going to be on your skin long enough to do any good, but hey, they're in there. And then the last one that I do not have is the CeraVe foaming, I believe it's the foaming face wash. They have 2. They have a hydrating cleanser and then a foaming cleanser. It's the foaming one, not the hydrating one. I do not find that the hydrating one gets makeup off very well. It takes multiple washes, and even then I usually have to take my eye makeup off with eye makeup remover, which I don't like. So not the hydrating one, the foaming one. Great. Every now and then with really waterproof mascara, I might have to do a second wash, but it's fabulous. CeraVe can do no wrong. Almost every product CeraVe puts out is amazing. So that is, and they don't test on animals, and they're just like, CeraVe can do no wrong. Fabulous skincare company. So those are the 4 cleansers that I recommend, aside from the First Aid Beauty, which of course is better than anything else. So those are the cleansers, and then I'm going to move on to toners. So toners are, in my opinion, an unnecessary step in your skincare routine. They used to be used to bring the pH of your skin back to the range that it wants to be after washing with bar soap back in the 80s, but cleansers now are much more gentle and don't raise the skin's pH. So you don't need a toner to do that job. So that was toner's original purpose. Now, if you get a good one, it's a extra step. It's an extra product that you can use to get good stuff on your skin. However, most toners, in fact, the vast majority of toners, virtually all, Like 98% of toners are loaded with alcohol and witch hazel and other irritating, drying ingredients that you don't want. And that is why I say it's a skippable step. Better to skip toner altogether than to use one of these really horrible, drying, irritating toners that is loaded with alcohol. And even the like that. So I did find a few if you're the kind of person who wants to put a toner on your skin. I found a few that I like. I don't hate natural products. I think sometimes people think I do because I'm always saying, natural doesn't mean it's better. Natural doesn't mean it's worse either. Natural just is natural. It doesn't make anything better or worse. Some natural ingredients are really harsh and bad for you. Lye is natural. Lye is natural, and it's in a lot of skincare. So being natural doesn't make a product better. It doesn't make a product safer. However, the toners that I have found, strangely enough, are natural products from natural skincare companies. Two of them are from the brand Derma E, and I don't have either one of them with me. However, I have a different bottle. I have the Anti-Wrinkle Vitamin A Glycolic toner, which I don't really like that much. I just had it in my cupboard. This is what their toner bottles look like. The pump does not come with it. I had that from another product. But yeah, they look like this. They're like color block. So this is what they look like. However, this is not one that I recommend. The two that I recommend are the soothing toner and the brightening toner. And I go into detail on my blog about those two products. The soothing toner doesn't have a ton of skin beneficial ingredients. It's just very gentle, very calming for like sensitive skin that gets easily irritated. It has a few like moisturizing, calming ingredients in it that will just help soothe. And the brightening one has vitamin A, vitamin C. Wait, scratch that. I don't think it has vitamin A, but it definitely has vitamin C, and that's why it's brightening. Great vitamin C product. You get a really good dose of vitamin C, which is, if you watched my last video, a fantastic ingredient for your skin. Skin loves vitamin C, and it has really, really amazing benefits. So this toner will give you a good hefty dose of vitamin C. However, it also has witch hazel in it. The witch hazel is somewhat down the ingredient list. So, you know, if you don't have sensitive skin, it might be far enough down that it won't irritate your skin, but it's just something to keep in mind. If you do have sensitive skin, this product has witch hazel in it. So it's kind of a toss-up between these two. You've got this one that's really soothing and doesn't have any irritating ingredients in it, but doesn't have a whole lot of skincare benefits. And then this other one that has this great vitamin C, which is awesome, but it also has witch hazel. So those two are a toss-up. Testing about it. I've used them both. I like them both. If I'm having a sensitive skin day, I'll use the soothing one. Most of the time I use the vitamin C one. They're great products. Check them out if you really, really want to use a toner. And then the third toner I have here is a tentative recommendation. This is a brand new product from Shea Moisture. They are a natural hair care company. And now they're just starting to release some skincare products, and this is one of the ones that they released. The African Black Soap Problem Skin Toner with tamarind and tea tree oil. So they have released several products in this line, and this is the only one that I really like. The cleanser has scrubbies in it, which I'm not even going to touch. I don't want to do that to my skin. The moisturizer comes in a jar, which, you know, totally defeats the purpose of all the skincare, all the good skincare ingredients in them, which will just evaporate the minute you open it up. So if they had put that moisturizer in a bottle, I would love it and I would be using it, but they didn't. They put it in a jar because people like things in jars, and so it's not worth the money. But this one, I think this is all right. Again, if you don't have sensitive skin, because this one also has witch hazel in it. It's about halfway down the ingredient list. And then it has, let's see, it has chamomile oil and tea tree oil, which probably, they're the very last ingredients. I would rather see extracts than oils in my skincare just because they're more gentle. I, in general, don't want oils, essential oils in my skincare, not because of my oily skin, but because they are more irritating. However, these two are two ingredients, which are the last. They're chamomile and tea tree. I think I said that. So those are less irritating. But what this does have that I love is vitamin C, aloe, salicylic acid. That's the one that I really, the salicylic acid, it's the one I really bought this for, was just to get one extra layer of salicylic acid on my face. But it also has the vitamin C and the aloe and glycerin, which is a moisturizer. Lots of good stuff in here. Also, a few things that can be irritating. So I tentatively, like I said, tentatively recommend this one for people with problem skin that isn't sensitive, because of the salicylic acid and the vitamin C. So yes, that's the last one of my products to recommend today. I'm done here. Thank you for watching. As usual, I went off and talked too much and used up a lot of time, but I really appreciate you watching. My next video in this series will be about treatments like serums and you know, acne treatments and glycolic acid peels and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be a fun one. I'm really looking for these, although I will have, I have a couple of other videos I may do in between then and now. But keep watching. Be sure to subscribe. I linked the blog post if you want to read more about these products in the description bar. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, guys.